Hello, everybody. How you doing? It's an honor to be here, as always. An honor to share these songs, and it's amazing to me to see how God, what He's doing with this music all over the world, and just very thankful. And I just really don't want to showcase a song. This song is definitely not a song to showcase. It's just a song to sing and worship God. That's why we write our songs for people. We give voice to people. So let's just do that. Is that cool? Can we do that in this place? Is that good? And just sing to the Lord. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. That taught my heart to feel, embrace my fears, relieve. How precious did thy grace appear, the hour I first believed. My chains are gone, I've been set free. My God, my Savior has ransomed me. And like a flood, His mercy reigns, unending love, amazing. Beautiful, it sounds good, but you're singing a little timid. Just that the Lord has promised to get to me. Has promised to me. His word, my hope secures. He will my shield, my portion be, as long as life endures. My chains are gone, I've been set free. My God, my Savior has ransomed me. And like a flood, His mercy reigns, unending love, amazing. My chains are gone, my chains are gone, I've been set free. My God, my Savior has ransomed me. And like a flood, His mercy reigns, unending love, amazing grace. Amazing. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. The hymn obviously has been around for a while, but about a year and a half ago, some guys met up with Chris and said, we're making this movie, Amazing Grace, and we want to write some new songs, and we want you to write a new song for the movie. And Chris and I were on tour at the time, and we were having lunch, and he said, you're not going to believe what happened. I just got invited to write a song for this movie, Amazing Grace. It was like incredible. what are you going to write? He said, well, they want me to sort of add a little bit to the hymn Amazing Grace. And what do you think? And I was like, I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole if I were you. I do not want to be the punk that comes along and messes up Amazing Grace. So I would pass on that if I were you. And he said, yeah, that's what I was thinking. We should pass on that. Totally. And so we left the lunch, and Chris is a lot smarter songwriter than me. And he went home and started researching this hymn. Come to find out, as most of you know, the hymn has a powerful story. It was written by John Newton, who over 250 years ago penned this poem. And if you don't know about John Newton, he was the owner of a slave ship. He made his money and his living off the backs of other people. But in a moment, God saved him and rescued him, restored his life, and just blew him away. And he said, amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. Chris is reading this story. Come to find out, he's looking at the poem, and he comes back, he's so excited. Lou, you're not going to believe this. I'm looking at the poem John Newton wrote, and the last verse, the one we've been singing all these years, when we've been there 10,000 years, you know, church gets so fired up. He said, John Newton didn't write that verse. That verse was added to the hymn over 100 years later. So some other emerging worship leader has already come along and messed up John Newton's hymn. And so, you know, Tomlin only needs an inch, right? He said, so I think we should go for it. I think we should try something. What do you think? And I said, hey, I'm up for it. And Chris had this cool idea. We spent the next couple of nights together just working on this little bridge, simple as it is, because we wanted to put this song back in the mouths of 20-year-olds and 25-year-olds. We wanted to put it back in our mouths. Maybe the most famous song in the whole world, with this little refrain that we could all grab onto with all of our hearts. It says, you know, we remember John Newton, we honor our fathers, and we honor the heritage of this song of faith. But it's not John Newton's freedom I'm celebrating. It's my chains are gone, and I have been set free. My God, my Savior ransomed me. And like a flood, His mercy reigns. It's unending love and amazing grace. And I know it's a writer's showcase, and it's supposed to be about the song, but maybe tonight, I don't know, maybe the Spirit of God could drop down right in this instant. And at the writer's showcase in this room right now, there's some one person all your life, you knew the song, you know the story, you know the whole deal, but you've always said it was for somebody else because my stain's too deep. And maybe tonight in this room, somehow it'll come home to you, this powerful gospel of grace, and you can drop that rock you've been carrying all your life. Wouldn't that be cool? And to be able to say, I dropped it in the Renaissance Ballroom. I remember exactly where I dropped that rock. And I believed that the grace of God was amazing for me. That's why we wrote this little bridge, and why we wanted to bring this song back to a whole new generation, to say my chains are gone. So Chris is going to sing the original last verse of this hymn, in case you didn't know it, the one John Newton wrote. And then we're going to sing this chorus, this little refrain again, and I just invite you, if you've seen the cross, just to lift it up with everything in your heart and believe it.